Y'all know it ain't Once again, back is the incredible. The Rock Boys in the building. All right, what's your like it? Because that is the
Y'all know what it is. Like the intro said, let's start the show. You are live with the Just Us League, and this is Skate Talk. And let's get it on with our anthem. In brightest day, in blackest night, look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Same bad time, same bad channel. You're here with us, Just Us League, Skate Talk. Buckle your boots, strap in. Let's start the show. What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Man, let's get it. Let's jump it. I ain't even got time to be playing around with intros. Fuck it. Let's get right into it. Let's start the show. Let's start the
show. I mean, it's been a good week. You know, we came back from iR10, and nothing but good things to say. We got a few things we will probably want to touch on, and might even have a surprise guest, hopefully, stop in on us. But we're gonna go ahead and kick off the show. Always starting off with our last show, we reviewed the R&B skate party.
Yes, sir.
From Dallas for our last show. So please go and check that out. We had a good time there. We even went live at the event. And like I said, all R&B, some babies was made, but we ain't got the notifications on who those babies and couples are. But we'll put that in on the next show. Maybe we'll get back to that. So anyway, let's start ahead and start our show off. iR10, fellas, we was in the shop this past week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's iR10. 10. D Breeze hosts iR10. Okay.
That plus that.
iR10. So I was there for the actual Friday event at the Rink. I was there, had a showcase that I was supposed to do. Shout out to Leo and Jazz. They did their thing on the ballroom showcase. I was supposed to be in it and have a partner. Crystal Johnson was supposed to be there, but her tennis ball head ass didn't show up. So I was forced to not be in the showcase. So I told D Breeze I owe D Breeze a showcase. So definitely gonna make that happen. I'm gonna find somebody to showcase ballroom with, and we gonna make that happen.
Hey, bro,
I wasn't able to showcase it. But Leo and Jazz, they held it down. They did a wonderful job. Ballroom in itself is just a style, a skate style. Yeah. Definitely got to rep it for St. Louis because it's a style based out of St. Louis. So
it is.
It's getting a lot of buzz and a lot of attention in other places. Workshops are being held. You know, we're going to hold a workshop in Houston. I mean, we done one in California. I mean, we do one here in St. Louis when Skills on Wheels is on. I mean, we've done workshops for ballroom in so many places, and it's steadily rising. It's one of those styles that are just plummeting to the top, along with, like JB, the Chicago style that ain't going nowhere either. So ballroom here to stay. Shout out to D Breeze and iR10 with the ballroom showcase, to be able to host the out of town style in Chicago. Hey, that's monumental in itself. So, y'all speak on it. Y'all came up Saturday. How did y'all like Saturday?
Man, Saturday was pretty cool. It was good to see people, and it was cool to be in the area to where we were proud to be represented and being representing of St. Louis, because St. Louis and Chicago is just like next door neighbors, basically just a 3 to 4 hour drive down the highway.
Yeah, and
it was good to be in the building, man. We got a lot of love. Didn't have a lot of people that we could have ballroom with this go round, but and that's left to be said until the next time, until iR11, with us doing some workshops and actually working with some people possibly in Chicago we can actually get that number multiplied a little bit. So that we gonna discuss that one with with my man D Breeze a little bit later on or whatnot. And but yeah, iR10, man, it was a good thing beside the floor sweating, but we'll get into that a little bit later on.
Yeah, it did get a bit slippery,
Mm-hmm.
Migos style. But hey, uh, Scott, I know you wanted to touch on some things about Chicago in general and just floor etiquette and space. So let's go ahead and tackle
Well,
that
once
issue.
we get into the meat of it, we can dive a little bit deeper into that. What I will say is the hospitality outside of the floor was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
We even had a chauffeur that picked us up and dropped us off at the door.
Yep.
Um, so it was great to walk in and see all of the people, even some of the people from home, since I haven't been home in a while to St.
Mhm.
Louis. I seen a few people from St. Louis that was there, just like we saw Lala, and then I don't know, he just went up into smoke because I ain't see him anymore that night.
He was
But
Faded to
moving and
oblivion.
grooving. He was rolling.
right,
Hey,
exactly. So but no, this is yeah. Once we start getting into the meat of it, then yeah, I'll discuss those things that I feel need to be said. But outside of that, D Breeze do his thing every year,
yep.
and
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be back.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to my fam out in Chicago.
Yes,
Uh,
indeed.
my little cousin Avery is learning
My
how to skate. I gave her my word that I would shout her out on the show. She's in Chicago. She's learning how to skate. She's right there at the beginner level. So she needs work. She needs work, but she is still my cousin. It's got to be in her blood. So all my Chicago skaters, if y'all can help out my dear cousin, while I'm not there, help her get the basics, get her down pat so I can take her and skyrocket her into a skater. That would be most appreciative because the videos I seen, I almost had to deny her in my family because I
oh
mean, hey, I got a reputation out here.
oh
I can't have no family members putting on no skates and ain't be able to do a little something. So
now,
I almost
now
had
you
to deny her. So she needs help. Y'all help her. Shout out to Avery Kelly, my cousin.
now you forgot that you had to learn how to crawl before you walk too, sir. Don't you do it. You bet not my Avery. You will not do my Avery like that on the show, sir. No.
Did you
No.
see the video? Did you see? Did
Listen,
you see those videos?
that's not the
All
point.
right
The
then.
point of the
Right.
matter
All
is
right then. All right
she
then. You have a different opinion if you've seen the videos too. So
uh,
yeah, basically
don't
she
don't
caught a
do it.
cramp while skating,
What?
and they had to shut the rink down. Okay, so that's what I said. It's got to be. It was this close to being out the family. She was this close to being kicked out the family. So that's what I'm saying. It had to be said. She needs help. Caught a cramp. They had to shut the rink down. Luckily, there was a doctor there or a medical assistant there at the rink to help her get off the floor. They shut the session down 5 minutes early, So,
That's the
like I
oh
said,
wow.
yeah, she needs help, y'all. Help her out. Tell her
Mm.
drink some water or something like that. Lick some salt. To have a lick some salt before
Here we
she
go. No.
have her lick some salt before she start to skate.
And please don't let her break her plate. Don't let her break her plate.
Shout out to my Aunt Giz for the lick your salt and the break your plate comments
And,
we had to put on the show.
and a toast to Aunt Giz, man, because it was her birthday list earlier during this week. So big toast to Aunt
Absolutely.
Giz.
July 5th, Aunt Giz's birthday. So we were
Mm-hmm.
able to come up there and celebrate with her. And,
Yeah,
at the clubhouse, took her out to eat. And, it was a
yeah,
good deal. It was a good deal. Chi-Town, it was really good to come out and fellowship
yeah.
always with family and skate family. When you can do both, it's a good trip. It makes it a good
Indeed,
trip.
indeed, man.
So yeah, so like you said, it was a couple of St. Louis skaters that was there. We can always get them their roses for being there, reaching
Mhm.
out and
Yes,
Smiley.
sir.
They were out there. We had a couple other St. Louisians there.
No, you know, April daughter was there.
Miss Westbrook,
Yeah.
yes sir. Georgia Westbrook
Yep.
was there.
All right, Westbrook was there. I think she was solo bolo. She came to partay, lottie dottie.
Yeah.
You know, so she came there solo bolo to get down. So I mean,
Mhm.
breathe and it. When you can get skaters to come by themselves, no entourage, nobody or nothing like that, that shows that they support you and mess with you.
Right.
When they ain't got nobody to come with and say, hey, this is an event I can't miss, I'm coming. So
Mhm.
like say Breeze, shout out to him, because when you can make people come out by themselves, that you know they mess with you. That's
Right.
an event you want to be at, you know.
Yes sir.
Absolutely.
So
The
yeah,
shot down, we got to see Jeremy. Jeremy was there
he
slanging
was.
them shirts.
Yep.
Jeremy
Oh
be
man,
there
I ain't even
slanging
see
them
Jeremy.
shirts.
I know. I
Man,
didn't get one either.
man, he was there slanging them shirts, man. He be on his grind, man, with them shirts. So he was there slanging the shirts. Got a shout out my brethren of the wing,
Mhm.
Bat Smoke,
Oh,
Josh
Josh, yes
Smith,
sir.
always there hosting and cracking the jokes, and his personality is out of this world. So it was good seeing him
Yep.
through the pandemic and everything, seeing he's doing good. His wife Alicia, Miss Batwoman,
Mhm.
was there. Yep. Yep, she was there. They were just good hosts and everything like that. It was good. It's good seeing the Cali fam. Cali fam came out,
They was out there.
Cali fam came out.
They was
KT,
out there.
Skate Line Rick, my favorite, my love, Christy Collins was there. I mean, they came out deep, so and ready to get down on the get down. So hey, can't knock Cali for coming out and
Mhm.
doing their thing.
Shout out to Sonya for being out there too. She's part of the Cali
Absolutely,
thing.
Sonya was
Yes.
there. Well, welcome
Mhm.
back, Sonya. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Mhm. She was there. She was there getting it in and capturing some good videos and good moments, picture moments.
Indeed.
So, shout out to Sonya for that. She was getting it back in. Yeah, man. I mean, good event. I mean, what can we say? Like you say, it got so packed that floor got wet and slick
Boy,
for the main event. So, it was it's a little hard to maneuver when that floor get wet, but that just mean that it was hot and you got a lot of people in there, putting it down. So shout out to Naptown Rollers, Naptown Real Rollers. They
man,
was in there.
they was
They
out
was
there.
in
Yes
there.
sir.
They one of my
Hey,
groups.
shout out to Ice from Philly though.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's from Philly. Was
Indeed.
there? He was there. Yes,
Mhm.
indeed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought real quick he might have had a tuxedo on like he used to, but maybe I
No.
would, maybe I
No.
was imagining that. He wear that full tuxedo, that
Right.
It was too hot for that
wetting
full
tail tux.
tuxedo.
Woo.
Hey,
He
I
had
didn't
on
say
his
I didn't seen him wear it before, and it was hot.
look, he had on
Okay,
his slacks, but he made sure he had a t-shirt on that night.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, yeah, because it was it was a bit hot up in there, so
Yeah.
That brother
Ice
had
was
on a
definitely in the
t-shirt and
building.
a do-rag.
Right.
Hey,
That's the reason why, you overlook him, because he was low key. He wasn't in normal costume. He wasn't
Yeah.
in his skate attire, normal skate attire. So if you saw him, you'd have to do a double take. Like, wait, that is Ice, yo. So yeah,
yep, it
he
was. Yep, that's what I had to do. Hit that double take. I'm like, dang, okay, Ice. He was in there. He
mhm,
was in there full flare.
he was.
So yeah, I mean, it was good. We got food was good. Went to eat at a few places in the Shy to eat.
Mhm.
Always good to go eat in the Shy. Get some of that Chicago style deep dish pizza.
Woo!
Can't
Mm,
knock it.
mm,
Nobody can duplicate it. It's good,
mm,
man. So these
mm.
are some of the things when y'all in the Shy, y'all gotta go out, man. Get some of that pizza, man. That Giordano's was on point, man. So
Always.
gotta get it in when you're there. Gotta get it in. It's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Mhm.
How was y'all ride up coming up There he is. Look at him. There he
Whoa!
is. Everyone, special guest. You might have seen this guy in numerous things. He's been doing big things, but you might know him back from the dog pound parties where he had his board and he was
Oh,
writing comments on the board in Dogtown. You know,
yes, sir.
in the dog pound parties. He's a fellow brethren of the wing, the one, the only. Poof, Bat Smoke, Josh Smith in
There
the
you go.
building.
There you
People in
go.
the
There you
building.
go. There you go.
And okay, start over. Oh wait, start over.
Okay, let me
All right, hold on,
introduce
hold
him
on, hold
again.
on.
Let me introduce him again like Kevin Hart. Okay,
We gotta,
all
we
right.
gotta do the rewind.
I'm
Gotta
good. I'm good. I'm good. And thank you.
now go ahead.
He is the light skinned Batman.
Yeah,
I am the Batman of I'm the one of the South what we call him? I'm the South Side Batman.
Southside
No,
Batman.
no,
Yeah,
I'm Southside. You East.
I'm East Side Bat. I'm one
Yes,
of
you
them.
East. Yes.
As long as we got all the sides covered, we'll be all right.
there you go.
Gotham City has many areas that need protection, brother.
Right, man. You man. So huge shout out to Jeremy,
Yes. We will give
Shout
it.
out.
Big Jeremy Jones. Man, it
Yeah,
is an honor to be here with the League of Justice of Extraordinary
Sir.
Justicism.
Oh, why, thank you,
I like
sir.
that.
Why, thank
I
you.
dig the hell
It
out of
is
that.
our honor. I mean, we go back so far.
Boy, I
We go
swear.
back so far.
I
It's
swear.
Yeah, we
crazy.
do.
Well over 12, 13 years, something like
Yes,
that.
Yep,
sir.
yes,
13
sir.
years. Yeah,
Well, like,
well over. So
Yep.
we were just commenting on some of the great things about the Shy. And I mean, this was iR10. I mean, iR10. So luckily we are able to have you on the show to speak about the IR and everything and a lot of the rinks now, because when we were going to some of the IRs, you had the Orbit Skate Center
Oh,
was the main event. And what was it? Soft Trails that closed.
it
The
was Rich
rink,
City.
Rich
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 City.
City,
City, yeah.
yes.
Rich
Rich
City. Rich
City
That's
was
what it
City.
usually the
was.
Friday night jump off. I mean,
Right.
um,
At one point, Rich City was the when we were starting. Rich City was the main event spot.
The
To be
main
honest,
event. Yep, you're
one of the
right.
yeah.
main event spots. And
Yep,
then
you're right.
as the party grew, then we had to go to Orbit, and you know.
So I mean, just
It
give
is-
just a
I
little
know.
background. I know you've been in the game so long,
Some onions. Some
Josh.
onions.
What got you skating? What started you? What?
Well, what got me skating was mom. My mom was a double bilateral amputee. So
Okay.
she didn't have any legs.
Oh wow.
So yeah, she was a double bilateral amputee, and I was her caregiver. But everybody needed an outlet or something of that nature. And my thing before I got into rinks was I was always rollerblading to different parts of the city downtown to get to sporting events. So I would go to Grant Park and play baseball, or go to different parts of the Shy to go hoop or whatever the case is, to keep myself occupied as a young teen. Like, I played a lot of sports in high school. I played every sport in high school, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So in the
Mm-hmm.
off season, when schools didn't open, like it wasn't training like it is now, where they had the kids come in there during the summer and practice or go to whatever. So I wanted to stay occupied, and I would go to different sports places in the city.
Mhm.
And how I got there was I used to rollerblade. I used to rollerblade through the city, and then since my mom had an electric wheelchair, whatever the case is, when we would have to go to get groceries or whatever the case is, I would either hold on to her wheelchair, and I would skate as she would roll, because I was, I didn't feel like walking as fast as her wheelchair could go. Then one day she just kind of noticed that, you're jumping off curbs and whatnot, you're doing all this extra. So it was one of them Christmases where she got me a pair of Chicago's. And
Thus the legend begins.
yeah, she got me a pair of Chicago's, and of course I put them on, and they were absolutely trash. Um, and then I went to the rink one time, and then I linked up with a couple of friends, and then a young lady by the name of Tanisha Christian actually, got me into another group of friends, where she bought me my first pair of combat boots.
Okay.
So combat boots, and then it started kind of developing from there. So my mom bought me my first pair. I got to the rink, realized I couldn't do anything, and then of course, how our community is so welcoming. They were like, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing in those. We're in these, and then of course at that time it was combat boots here. That was the culture. You had to have your Jodeci boots.
Yep, yep. For that footwork, for
It was,
that
Yep.
foot
it was,
stomp
it was,
work.
it was no, it was yeah, but for us here, it was a combat boot. It was a marathon plate. It was rollerbone wheels and
Woo.
ABIC 5 German bearings. That's what everybody rolled in my era in the beginning. So man, I got hooked up. I went to Underground Wheels here, and then just started developing from there. So I thank moms for that, because the funny thing is, I think my mother has seen me skate one time. That's crazy, ain't it?
That's crazy. That's
Absolutely, yeah.
crazy.
She's never been to a show. She never had came to a show, uh, or anything of that nature. And then it's just crazy now because she passed. But
Right.
Oh,
I
sorry, brother.
remember.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. Um, but even as the competitions and I started growing in the game, I would literally just tell I got a competition somewhere in the Midwest or somewhere in Cali. She'd be like, all right, we'll just bring the money home. I was like, all
She
right.
do.
That's it.
But yeah, so I thank her for, you know, she said she called near and far to have the skates delivered on Christmas Day, and I unveiled the Chicago's that were like 2 sizes too big, all of that. But it's the initial, that she gave me some. But I was on rollerblades, dude, and I thought I was the sexiest thing moving. It was the worst. It was bad. 'Cause so, my friends and family at home make fun of me all the time. From my very first skate name all the way to now, my friends that are still around me today, they still make fun of me for having rollerblades on. Because my thing was, I used to have my do-rag on, and I used to have my 2 white beaters on. So I had, because I didn't had a G unit beaters, but I had my black white beater on underneath, my white beater on, whatever shorts, and then I would do the thing where you would split and you would hold the front skate. You know what I'm saying? How you would do the
Oh
roller
yeah.
split. Oh yeah, that was
Oh
the
yeah.
move. Because at that time, ladies went crazy. That was my move. So I just waited for the time, hold the split and rollerblades.
That's
Judge me
it.
not.
Bro, hold it down there and split, and they go.
It was bad, bro. It was bad. Now that I look back on it, but I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful now that I'm at a point where I can look back on it, because I think the biggest part of my entire career I regret is that I didn't enjoy the journey. I did
Mhm.
not enjoy the
Ooh.
journey.
Yeah.
Uh, I
The
was so
journey is
busy.
tough.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it. I mean, we've all of us have experienced so much in our careers,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and opportunities, and I was just at a point where I was doing every time I was doing something in skating, I was doing it for something, and I never enjoyed the journey. So now that I'm kind of like, moving to another chapter in my skate career now, where I'm like looking back, like it's crazy. Facebook memories make you think, damn,
Yes,
damn,
indeed.
did this
Yes,
shit.
Yes,
indeed.
sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's how I got started though.
That
That's how.
that that's so funny because the thing is, I was in rollerblades too. It was this movie called Airborne. I saw this movie Airborne, and it was originally, I guess, in the beginning, this guy he moves to a new school or whatever. He's doing hockey or whatever like that, but he puts on some rollerblades, and I mean, this dude was the baddest thing like ever. I mean, he
Oh,
jumping over cars,
you couldn't tell.
everything.
You
And
couldn't tell us nothing on
couldn't
Blade.
tell you nothing. So I'm jumping off. So I had to get some rollerblades. I'm jumping off the steps, jumping everything, doing everything kind of stuff I saw in the movie. So that's so funny. You did the rollerblade thing too.
Mhm. All right,
Can I
so
ask
yeah.
what made you don the bat?
Ooh, okay. You wanna go to that story? All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I had
So
to. I had to.
there, through every skater's transition, they go through their identity or try to figure out what their identity is. That's why we have skate names in the first place. I mean,
Absolutely.
how deep are we about to go in this?
I mean, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole, brother. It's
Okay.
the blue pill or the red
Okay.
pill.
So,
So
There it
because
is.
personally, there's a personal story, but then there's a deeper story than all of this, and that everybody can relate to. So, if we're
Yeah.
just sticking to mine, I don't mind being vulnerable.
Go with it. We
Because I
don't.
use it as a testimony. So yeah,
You
as we are
family, man.
as we are finding, you know, our own identities in the skate culture and skate community. For me personally, I was going through my transitional periods here. I was actually a fat Batman on Halloween one year. I was a fat ass. Yeah, I was a fat Batman. So I got a sumo suit.
Oh,
I got
I'm
the
ready.
I got the yeah, I was a fat Batman. I got the sumo suit with the mask. My utility belt had like ketchup and mustard packets.
Oh
So like
my God.
yo, I had forks and knives in it, whatever the case is.
Oh my God.
Oh,
It was so it was crazy. It was just crazy. So you know, I've always been a creative guy. So I you
Very,
know,
very creative, bro.
I've always wanted to take whatever character I could think of and just see how many different ways I could butcher it. So I decided to be like an obese Batman, and I actually brought that back. Last year was like Batman off quarantine because it was the first Halloween party, but you know everybody gained their weight. So no, I was a fat Batman. And the funny thing
oh
is
man.
that very next weekend was that very next weekend was like the IR weekend.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
And
That's
I wound up wearing the mask on the back of my head and it kind of like just stuck. But just it kind of stuck with that, but it was a lot of in-house things that were happening here because I wound up battling my teacher at that event. And if you look it up on YouTube, it's called the Slaughter 2.0.
Check
That
that
one,
out. Y'all check
it
that
was,
out.
yeah, it
yeah.
was called the Slaughter. So that's where Batman was born at that
Okay.
party. But it's a weird personal journey that I kind of went through as I was finding myself in my own community just at home. This is before I started traveling, you know, because I had to climb the ranks at home first before I
Yeah.
even felt
Yes,
even
sir.
comfortable,
Yes, sir.
you know, traveling or you know before I was even introduced to traveling. So it kind of started. Batman was born at that party after I battled my teacher. So
Okay.
we kind of know. So now if we try to get deep with the shits now,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
get
about
deep because I'm gonna
now.
get deep with mine.
Okay,
Uh,
so
for me,
mhm,
being the Batman, how it came about with me is in everyday personal life. I feel like we're all separate. Who I am at work is not who I am in the skating rink, and
mhm.
who I am with family is not who I am at
Code
work.
switch.
You know, so it's multiple identities, and I'm like, you know, when I'm skating, I feel I am who I am. That's the only place that you get to no worries, no nothing. Your personality shines. You are who you are. You free. You're doing something that you love. So I'm at my rarest form when I'm skating. I'm at my happiest form. But when I'm not skating, I'm a different person. I'm professional at work. You won't be able to tell the difference. And I
Mhm.
felt that's a dual identity thing. And I was like, that's a Batman type of thing. I'm Bruce Wayne at work, but when I'm skating, that's who I really am. That's who
Mhm.
I am. That's where I have fun with it. So I mean, we go through everyday life. We're not the same people, you know. When we go to here and we go there, and we doing, you know, so many attributes in life that kind of were tear down on you, the weight of the world, you know, bills and all of that. When you're skating, you got no worries. That's the only time, at least for me, you got no worries and you can be whoever it is you want to be. So I embrace people who skate and whoever they want to be, that's who you want to be. And I felt in that attribute, I had to don Batman and we want to be the superheroes
Oh
and go, we're
man,
going to save one rink at a time.
and I'm glad you said that because my chapter title in the next evolution of skating, the volume 3, my
Ah,
chapter title.
congratulations. Let's give
Appreciate
him
it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
congrats on
Clap, Green
that.
Lantern. So the title of my chapter in the next evolution of skating, the volume 3 is Man versus Mask.
Okay.
Ironic. Um and
Look at
to
that.
just to touch on what you're doing is what you said is yes, we do code switch
Hmm.
daily, everywhere, all the time. And believe it or not, in the places where we feel like we're not supposed to or we shouldn't have to, we still have to. You know, even in church, you got a code switch.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got a church,
Absolutely. No,
so
not
you
sometimes. Definitely.
all the time, even in church, and where
Yeah.
where you supposed to find your spiritual relief. Sometimes you got a code switch in there. Um, so by skating being the what we seem as humans like the last remaining outlet of emotional and creative freedom
Hmm.
without judgment. Um, it's so rare that we find it there, and it's even there. You code switch in there. It's even you literally put a mask on, even in there, in your own freedom. Like we have to hide behind whatever it is that we are, even in
Yes.
there. So leading up to me becoming, another version of the bat, whatever the case is, or my version of my own bat, is there's so much things, people, unspoken rules and laws that people don't even they know. Everybody's like every rink has rules and laws that they
Yeah.
go by,
Yes.
that are unspoken, that eventually I'm going to wind up writing my own book about, but I'm going to spill some tea.
Hey. Hey.
um because I don't know, not a lot of, I mean, we all, as skaters, we all think about how deeply, some skaters think deeply about this game, some people don't. We do
Right.
know that for some people the rink is the ultimate source of validation for people that they did not get at home, or that
Absolutely.
this is their
In
only
school,
family, that
in job or whatever. Yeah.
this is the only
Absolutely.
family that they do have, this is the only acknowledgement that some
Yeah.
people do have. And it's really easy to get lost in it too, according to how you navigate. You kind of get what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? It's really easy to
Absolutely.
get
You
lost
know,
in
I
it.
know. Yes, sir.
So even some people, they got to put on their mask when it comes to showtime, when it's
Yeah.
performance time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think the biggest thing is coming to a place where you know when to take your mask off, when you leave. Because when you do come in an environment, it can be creative, it could be it could be crazy, it could be hectic. Because I remember there was a point in time before I got saved. There was a point in time in my life where even when I was out here just talking to whatever girl I wanted, or talking to whatever chicken I wanted, because I knew they didn't want Josh. I knew they liked the idea, the concept of Batman at the time. You kind of get what I'm saying? So I know a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
people go through it. And it's funny how sometimes your hard work and your ethic or your skill can get you to a platform where eventually at the end of the day, it's your personality and your character is what carries you further on. Like we could sit up here and put in all the work all day long. We sit up here, we drill one move 1,000 times just to execute it one time in one space. And just because we put in all that work in advance and we were able to execute that one move at one time, opened up so many other doors for other people, or gave us opportunities that other people didn't, don't have.
Or
It's
inspired others.
You see what I'm saying? I get you.
Absolutely.
I get you. But it's crazy how we would come in here literally and be so lost in this world where the music is the loudest thing you hear, but it's the last thing you hear. You know what I'm saying? You go in
That,
the
that,
ring.
that, that's words of wisdom, brother.
Yeah.
Most people ain't gonna get that. You might
Now,
have to say it again one more
okay.
time.
So
Say that
if
again
if
one more time.
um when you come into the rink, if you really start to love it, when you really start to get involved with it, or you actually use it as a safe haven or a safe place, is that the music, when you come in there, the music is the loudest thing that you hear, but it's the last thing that you hear in the building, because you're so consumed with your thoughts. You're so consumed with the atmosphere. The atmosphere can be either intimidating for some, the atmosphere can
Absolutely.
be exhilarating for some, it's validating for
Absolutely.
some. It's like it's it even takes a while for your free space to become your free space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes how many times have you came in the rink and you was like, you know what, I'm finding myself drilling choreography that's not even mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's the sponge brain. You go in and you got the sponge, and there's so much moisture in there, and you can't help but to soak it up. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But the point of coming in there is to be creative. Creative comes from, your spirit and what God gives you and that you exude.
That's a
Um,
good point.
but how
That's a good.
often, how often is it that we come into a rink and the atmosphere is the thing that dictates how we move or how we are, or what it is that we
Yeah.
do during that session?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
You're right.
So I think just now, even after everything, all the experiences, all these real life experiences and skating experiences, I'm just now, even now, just now starting to re-free myself. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I used to have so much fun. I used to have so much fun.
Yeah.
And then once you like are so involved into it, it starts you start doing it for a purpose. Like your why continues to change. And then it's been times where my why has changed to the point where it's like it's not even fun. It's a job. It's a
Yeah.
job
It
now.
can it can
That's the
feel like
part
a
right there.
job. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's the
It's a,
part.
it's a
Yeah.
job now. And now that and then they tell you always don't look in the rear view. But then when you see people, the responsibilities that have been bestowed, not asked for, the responsibilities that have been bestowed on you, you can't stop. It's like, man, I can't stop now. So, and I have turned literally roller skating into my job or my occupation where it is, you know,
Yeah.
handling the household, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, even still, like the reason why you do it, it's like, man, they always say you go to work and if you love your job, it'll never be work. But I'm telling you, I love roller skating. I
Yeah.
mean, and I love it through and through. Like my wife is gonna be out here pushing me in a wheelchair and out here, I'm gonna be skating till I'm physically unable to do so.
Unable to.
And then even then I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna tie some skate mates together because I'm captain of gadgets.
You gonna figure it away. He gonna figure a way out. It's gonna be creative.
It's,
It's
it's
gonna be
gonna,
creative.
we all gonna figure it out, and then we gonna figure out a way for all the people who can't skate anymore to skate again. You know
Yep.
what I'm
Correct.
saying?
To
Patch
live
it
through
up.
you.
Um, but yeah, turning it into turning or getting so involved where skating doesn't is no longer fun. I think that's one of the biggest things that we lost as a community, and it all snowballs to why we're losing our rinks. Because I know this is like the main subject, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie that as segue.
Speak
Because
on it.
you
But
were in that documentary, correct?
oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
So
I was
yeah,
I was there in the beginning. I was there for the very beginning. Because believe it or not, how I got into the doc. Um, remember it was a one time where me and Brandon Young had a little bit of beef. Are you guys familiar with Brandon?
yeah,
Also
yeah.
nasty. We had a little bit of beef where I made a social media post where I said every Oso and quote every Oso I faced I've crushed, and this is when I was in my competitive bag. That's like right after I got my first Skate Masters championship. It's like every Oso
Hmm.
I've crushed, But there was another guy that was here. He had Oso in his name, whatever. He wasn't one of the New York Osos, or.
Okay.
So I made the post, and of course, New York ride together, and they came at me sideways. I mean, sideways. I'm like, well, it wasn't at you, but y'all could get it too, type thing. So booked
Go.
a flight. I booked a flight to All Sweat that next weekend. I was like, all right, Brandon, we gonna handle it on the wood like we normally. I'm riding my little ego tail because I just had the slaughter. I could crush whatever. We
And we
went
got
out
a
there.
comment too for you to elaborate on that video that some people were saying they couldn't find that 2.0 and just
Uh,
to give a better
y-
title on that.
y'all, West Jigs is the one that filmed it. So if you go
Let's
on,
Oh yeah,
see.
that's my guy.
yeah, if
Uncle
you look
Buck.
if you
Yes,
look
sir.
under Crowd Cutter Productions or West Jigs, West Jigs is the one that filmed the video. I'm sure it'll pop up again in my memories once again whenever the actual date pops up. Um, and if it did disappear, I'm glad. If it did disappear, I'm glad because I honestly don't want any memories of because I know who that guy used to be. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
Okay.
right.
So yeah, it was good. It may be entertaining, but I've been in battles where I've at that time I've done people so dirty where they retired, they've gotten depressed. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my art. I'm sensitive about it. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's
and
And you
smart.
go fight
remember,
Sensitive
for it.
about
And you
your
go
yeah,
fight
and
for it.
people will fight for it. So remember,
Yeah.
right.
some people love this thing. It's their lifestyle. So if you imagine if you love something so much and some random dude comes into your rink during your session and embarrasses you in front of your people, and and skating was life back then, like crew was life back then. You rep your colors outside. You rep your thing outside. So shout out to Bugs wherever you are, man. Much love to you. Come on back. It ain't like that. Uh, but yeah, it does that. It does that to certain people because I know, man, I, I I couldn't tell you how I feel. If somebody came into Chicago and just ripped me in half in front of all my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get, I
Especially,
get it.
Hard to,
I get it.
especially if that, but that the culture back then was, we gonna bump to see who it was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If y'all are that guy, or if y'all are those guys in your city, and me and my guys in my city are coming to y'all city, we ain't even got to say that. We kind of look, oh, that's them. I know about them. The Justice League. I heard of them cats. Oh, that's the dude that ballroom. Well, I know how to ballroom too. Well, when he ballroom, I'm a ballroom. It's like, we already know. It's like it's
You know
healthy.
what it is. Yeah, you know what
Uh,
it is.
but,
It's go
but remember,
time.
back in those times, it was a lot more aggressive than it is now. It wasn't,
Oh, absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
Testosterone
social media.
levels was high as hell back then. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we all had a healthy love for our art. We had a healthy love for our state. We had a healthy love for our representation. We had a healthy love for roller skating in general. And that's one of the main things that we lost as a community as a whole now. And that's one of the things that has closed our rinks. I'm telling you one thing, that everything that happens in our community has imploded. Nothing has exploded, right? We're just now trying to touch certain things outside our bubble, but everything
Hmm.
that's happened inside our bubble that's happened negatively has been an implosion. And yes, everything on the outside that has finished it off are like vultures, but they aren't the ones that given it the kill strike. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Um,
Gotcha.
not skatebook. It closed because
Not
of
skatebook.
implosion. Parties or rinks died due to lack of bodies in the building,
Hmm.
right? We the only ones that put the bodies in the building. Why don't people go? This DJ gonna be here. That person that beat gonna be here.
Yep.
Da, da,
Yes,
da, da.
indeed.
I ain't going. I don't like that music. I don't go with that. I don't like that. One
Ain't playing the
incident,
same stuff.
one incident between one manager, between one incident, and I'll get on social media and turn off 10 people to go to that session again.
Yeah.
That one time, and then remember, some cities only got one session during the week, adult session.
You're right.
Some cities only got one ring. So when
One
we look
ring.
at certain videos on here, let's be clear. When we look at certain videos on here, and the rink look like it's busted, yeah, nigga, that's because it's the only session during the week, and everybody's forced. So me personally, me coming from Chicago, where we have an adult night every night of the week, we can skate every. We're generationally segregated here, not by age, but by style and etiquette. So we have two adult nights every night of the week where people can pick and choose what type
They
or
want to go.
genre of the same genre of music we decide we want to listen to. But
How
Mm.
lucky are we? And we
but
still complain.
we still do.
Right. That
We
man.
still
Come
do.
on, man.
But letting still, we could go to Arkansas and they got one session, one adult night a week, and that's from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock with DJ iPhone with you know what I'm saying? So and we'll have a ton of people anyway. So anyway, to go back to what I'm saying is that everything that happens in our community as it's happening is our fault. We may not want to say it, we may not want to put it that way. It is our fault. If we don't come, then we ain't gonna have no people. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough black owned rinks.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna spill some tea. I don't know if they listening, but remember, you got the Roller Skaters Association just had a week long conference in Reno, Nevada. A week long conference in Reno, Nevada. Remember, those are the same people that we're the only community, aka the rhythm community. I don't know who gave us that label,
I
but
don't know.
we're the only community that does it ourselves. We throw our own parties, we throw our own events, we have our own DJs, we have our own producers. But then you have roller derby sponsors, sponsorships,
Mm,
mascots. You got
Mm.
you got artistic skating, worlds. They got the worlds of artistic skating. You
speak
got
on.
you got speed skaters. Man, labels. They got their tracksuits with their sponsorship. Even the jam skating community was beginning to get sponsorship because remember Tony Zane, Vanilla,
Yeah,
Honorable.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to them boys, man, because
yeah.
they're making it happen. But
Busting it.
we are the only ones, the African American, basically roller skating community, the only ones that don't have any type of sponsorship, and we wonder why. Is it due to lack of organization? Is it because we weren't making enough noise? People get mad because we're called the underground skaters, even though we're just now starting to advertise and document what it is that we're doing. That's another thing. We fell in love. We stopped falling in love because it's always been a generational beef. Old school,
Hmm.
new school. That's the
Old
big
school,
thing.
new school. Yeah.
But I've even thought long and hard about why that is. And of course, everybody has the same problems everywhere, but I think I've pretty much figured it out. I think it's due to documentation, the root documentation. I think because now this generation, because remember we were the beginning of the YouTube era.
Right.
Correct.
We were the generation
Correct.
at the beginning of the YouTube era. So now that there's so many different social media platforms, um, and now the old school is like, yo, we paved the way where, you guys are going viral, you guys are getting out there, and you guys are doing, people that put in the work before you kind of want their flowers too. They do. And I think it's because of lack of documentation or lack of, and everybody says learn your history, know your history. I
Yeah.
think people in their cities, most people in their cities know pretty much the history of their city and their origin of their people. But
Some,
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 okay,
some.
okay.
Yeah.
I think but there are people there there are oracles there in each city to tell the stories. You know what
Yes,
I'm
there
saying?
is.
So
Yeah, it
they
is.
have,
It
they have,
is.
they have access to knowing what their history is if they so choose to search for it. I think,
That's the point.
but I think it comes down to documentation, and we could go deeper into how far we want it to go. But now people are feeling some type of way because now that the rinks are closing, the old school are not replacing themselves. Like I don't know too many people, 50, 60-year-old OGs that are like, you know what, I think I'm gonna pick up skating today. No, so
Yeah.
we got to
You
start.
you you done been doing it for a while.
So
Right.
we got to start feeding the youth. A lot of the youth don't seem like they're too much interested. So people are going outside of the bubble and making some noise. And then you even have some people even in our own community that are feeling some type of way about that. And I don't think they should.
Yeah.
Because remember, we got a lot of backlash from the doc. We got a lot of backlash from in-house. Got a lot
Damn.
of backlash. We got a lot of
Oh
backlash.
yeah. I can
Why did-
believe
In-house
it.
why did-
backlash.
Oh yeah, we got backlash. Oh yeah. Well, why didn't they talk about this? Why didn't they say this? This don't show what we do. This is the. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
this documentary wasn't for us. It was for them.
Yeah. It was for them.
It was to get them to get an idea of what they could be seeing, what they could be witnessing, or what they
And you know
could
what? I watched
investigate
it
in.
and caught you went live and kind of shared that and your thoughts. And I thought it was brilliant, and the way you put it was just on point. So that's why it's like, hey, this is it's not it wasn't for that. It was to open eyes. It was to it was to generate some noise. There's a bigger issue going on. So
Yeah,
I had to,
definitely
to
gonna
to
say
go
this
and
on record.
justify that for you, because you put that out there.
I'm gonna say this on record. Those of us that have participated from the community, the roller skate community, we did not receive a dime. We didn't ask for a dime. We did not get paid to do that project. That 5, 6 years, those 5 and 6, 7 years it took us to shoot that, we were going on our own dime to these different cities to shoot these different things. And no, they
Yeah,
did way more than just show up at a skate party. They did way more than that. So you know what I'm saying? We tried to put that project on, and people are still mad because we put it on a platform that's never been reached before. That's not the point. The point is
Mm.
that we're shining a light on something that, because here's the thing: if we continue to do what we've been doing, we're gonna be in the same spot where we always been. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And it's gonna be
Insanity.
con- con- consistent implosion, consistent turning people off from skating. You want to go skate? No, I don't want to go because this type of stuff happens here. And even though, remember, people control their own narrative. Like if you have that type of mess in you, then that's what you're going to bring. That's what you're going to. That's the type of energy that's going to be around you. That's the type of energy that you're going to be looking for is the mess. If mess is
Mhm.
there,
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh.
if I go in there and I know I'm gonna have a blast, a good time, me and my wife, we come in there clowning. Guess what? We leave and we have a great time every single time with no mess or anything of that nature because that's not what we're bringing.
You're
So,
correct.
for the record, yeah, number one, we haven't. No, none of us, not Reggie, not any of us, and that wasn't even the original ending to the film. The original ending to the film was the main thing that we were I was just stating earlier, like we have no sponsorships, right? Nothing in artistic. They have sponsorships. Where the community doesn't have sponsorships. You guys remember the video JB versus Jam on
Yes.
on YouTube, and
Two.
Reggie and Knife Wonder and Eric Silver, they went and they represented and they held it down, and they did their thing in front of Vanilla, which was the jam skate company.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, all the skaters that were in that video, we are like this now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
what's up.
but at that time, remember the battle culture was so heavy, and remember jam skaters are all bred in battle. But anyway,
Ooh, yeah,
so
they go.
but at that time they were relishing in what was so-called like a defeat. Oh man, we beat the jam skaters, or we beat the rhythm skaters, or whatever the case is. So now we're supposedly superior. So we went and we took me. It was me, Vegas from Atlanta. Y'all know Vegas?
I know Vegas.
Yeah, me, Vegas,
Oh, Vegas.
Brandon Young, Camille, Reggie, uh, Natasha.
Natasha.
Okay.
Natasha.
It was who else? It was Dan No Limits. You know, Dan from Seattle.
Yeah.
He makes the Aries plate. So it was
Yep.
me,
Makes a play.
Reggie, Dan, Camille, and a couple other people that were supposed to come, but those were the seven that wound up going. And we wound up going to Summer Jam, which is their main event, to
Mm-hmm.
battle them for their sponsorships.
Wow.
So I actually have the battle on my phone, but I was told never to share it.
What?
It was ugly.
Wait.
So it's different when you put certain people in the community together. And mind you, we went down there and we put together a whole battle set within a week, and we went and we had a nice little rendezvous with those guys.
Ah.
So it was fun, and then from then on, we gained their respect and everything. And if you notice that the jam skaters are all in 3200s and whatnot now, they're all in rhythm groups now. Look at your
Yeah.
Interesting.
look at your Dylan Mortons, look at your Hunters, and because now they're figuring it out. What the main thing that we figured out is that we were never against each other. You know what I'm saying? There was always a tension between people and between the rhythm and the jam, and it was never anything there. It was never anything there.
That's
And
good. Yeah.
now, man, we're trading ideas like it's crazy. So now, man, I'm Counterfeit Crew and Smitty and all them guys. So the fact that we could go over there and have such an impact on a completely different culture, and now they're all in taller boots and rhythm boots, or like they're in right L's and different things of that nature. It just goes to show you, man, we just need to come to the table and have some type of conversation. But
Yeah.
remember, they had the money, we had the people.
Can we put it together?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's together. It's been several collaborations since then.
And
Peanut butter and jelly, baby. Peanut butter and jelly.
That just goes to show, man, we need to do something as far as a community, because now we're at a place where the bubble will be burst. It will be eventually by somebody, where
okay.
we're seeing skating absolutely everything in every place, like commercials. We're seeing it everywhere, and we're seeing it by people in our community and some people that are not in our community. The pandemic hits. You know, what's her face goes viral on TikTok for walking backwards on roller skates in the street.
Hey.
We got, but you know, we got to stop the hate in our community. We're like, that ain't what
Yes.
us. What is that
Take
like?
that.
Girl,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get you. Oh, she can't skate. She can't this or that. Like, yo, I get you, but like, ladies and gentlemen, like, the world is now looking. So now put your content out.
There
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying? But
Now it's open.
but make sure that you do your best to monetize and label your content. You don't want anybody just to take your content and put it on somebody else's platform and they reap the benefits for your hard work. So make
Correct.
sure you are.
Correct.
So it's time to unify community, LLC it, put a business model behind it,
Trademark it.
trademark it,
Yep. Yes,
copyright it,
indeed.
and
Document it.
document it. And that way, whenever the bubble does burst, they won't just be going after anybody or anything that'll just say yes to it because they need a quick buck right now. So if you really want to get in depth about what we need to do as a community, man, Reggie Premier Brown is one of the smartest, deepest ice from Philly, deep breeze. Talk to some of these
Yeah.
like your OGs
Yes,
know
sir.
these active OGs know what to do. And I'm
Mhm.
trying my best to be in that conversation. So as I am still, you know, entertaining as far as the wheels are concerned, I'm taking a bigger approach on the psychological and the background part of the community. Everybody says there shouldn't be any type of government or anything of that nature, and I agree, but there has to be some type of structure within us as we continue to grow, as we want to continue to have our parties and our events in our communities. Because as long as we're throwing our things at somebody else's spot, you know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
long as we're going to have our events with somebody else's name on it, we'll always be underneath the control of whatever. Because remember, there's only like 26 black-owned rinks in the U.S. Is that correct, baby? About 26. See, my baby
26.
is smart. It's about 26 black-owned rinks. The other 7,000 USA. You know what I'm saying? They own USA. So,
Yeah.
and if they are able to have a whole week-long conference in Reno in discussion of the rhythm community, and we're not there,
That's a problem.
but we had representation there. We had a Reggie there, and he was able to speak and control the whole room. Ice was there. The
Ice
rink owner,
Philly.
yeah, Ice from Philly was there. My rink owner, Kurt, he was there. So,
Okay.
I
so
wonder.
we had
Well,
representation.
speaking of Reno,
Mhm.
we are supposedly hosting something soon in Las Vegas, Josh, and we
Mhm.
would love for you to make an appearance there.
What you mean? You mean like this? So, are you going to Floyd's? You gonna be at Floyd's?
We getting the information. The offer was just made for us to kind of host a party in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, they mentioned, you know, that's a place, you know, Floyd coming to that rink and
Yeah,
everything.
Skate Rock. He's the
But
owner. Skate Rock.
yeah, so we getting the information, and I mean, we gonna put it out there, and we gonna make sure we get it to you, man.
Oh man, you know, you all you gotta do is include me, man, and
Yes,
we'll make
sir.
it happen. And then I can't say yay or nay. I gotta run it through my boss,
Oh, okay, gotcha,
which is
gotcha. We,
my
we can
boss.
we can bring the boss too. We'll
But
have
yeah,
the boss is invited too.
As long as you get the boss straight, then I'm straight.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, I
wait,
got
wait,
you.
wait. We can ask her now. We can go
You
ahead
know,
and ask her right now. Let's.
you know me. You know me. I'm just happy to be there. But the boss is the boss. So I ain't,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the boss is the boss.
pay the
So
cost to be the boss.
yeah, she make it easier to be Batman, my Alfred. So yeah, we got
dopeness, dopeness, dopeness.
we do know we have a lot of things to work on in our community. We can point them out all day, individual things, individual experiences, and all that stuff. That's all well and good, but as long
Yeah,
as let's find a solution or an action or active plan to do so, and everybody has an equal amount of voice. Just because we have done something, or you are who you are, or I am who I doesn't matter, bro. As long as we have to be, what is that cliche? What is it? Be the change we want to see.
be the
Hmm.
change we want to see. Yes, indeed. So before we get you out of here, Josh, just speak on just some of the best things about iR10 from your experience when you were there.
Oh man. First off, just thanking God for being there and having
That
the
part.
opportunity to be with other other
Yes,
family, the community being able to come out and just to skate and camaraderie. I think that was one of the most rewarding things. Because remember last year we thought that it was over with.
it was a
Yeah,
done done. It
We
was
thought it
yeah.
done
was
done.
done. So regardless of what your political affiliation or what you believe, vaccine, this or that, whatever,
Yeah,
the fact that we had the opportunity to come out and come together one more time, I think it was a real appreciation vibe in the air. It was a real
I think it
love
was.
in the air, and I think that's what people are feeling. On top of the crazy skate nights, but I think it was a real love in the air. So that's one of the main things that I got out of it, and hopefully I wanted to share enough love and joy and laughter, whatever the case is, where they could take that back to the crib. So when the next party, whatever party we decide to show up at, that that love atmosphere is the main thing.
Back in the building, right?
You
Yeah.
know, because normally when we get ready, gear up for parties, it's like, oh man, I gotta practice, I gotta get ready, I gotta.
Yeah.
It may be aggressive. I'm gonna hit the. It was none of that. It's like
Showtime.
yeah, it's always gonna be showtime. I mean, but that's
Right.
in us. It wasn't like the focus part.
No.
Any of it. It wasn't the focus part. Was like, oh my god! It wasn't like, all right, there they are. Let's wait when they're done. It's our turn. Now it's like, oh my god, there they are. When they
Like
done,
it's
let's
good
do
to
it. Let's
see
jump in.
them. It's good. It's good to
Yeah,
fellowship. Like
Let's jump in. You know
let's
what I'm
yeah,
get
saying?
it.
Let's jump in.
Everybody.
You. Oh man, just give them space. Are they going to do it? It's more of an anticipation.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more of an anticipation, and it's like, man, so satisfying. I'm glad I got to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that's why people so are relishing in the memories. So that's one things. Number two, the music. I wanted to hear some. Now I'm born and bred in Chicago. I'm JB till I fall off on the floor somewhere. But it was good to hear other music. It was good to hear a different genre of music, and it was good
Mhm.
to be in the presence of other cultures. And
Yeah.
last but not least, I appreciate that when the whatever event was over, I was able to go home and lay in my own bed because you guys, we were in the city. We were in my city. Because let me tell you, y'all don't look like y'all fully recovered yet.
No. No. No.
No,
No. Because
No,
we
not at
hit the
all.
road, bro. We hit the
y'all hit
road.
the road right back.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't right back, but we hit it though.
Nigga,
You know.
Yeah.
I've been right here since last Friday. I haven't moved. My wife
Look at
has
here, man.
my
I didn't
wife has
see.
my wife
I
has
didn't
been
see you
bathing
on
me. Uh,
I didn't see you on 2K. I already know how you get out, Josh. I'd seen
Oh,
you.
got
Yes,
him.
sir.
right, like
Yes.
I said, I haven't moved. So my wife has been bathing me out of the garbage can because I have not been able to move my legs.
Ah!
I'm playing. No, no, it's just it was just
You missed it a little bit.
it was an honor to be part of Breeze's team. It's always an honor. I'm gonna continue to push him to do IR
Yes,
55.
sir.
However long he decides he wants to go, I just want him to know that um, he's going to have the support that he needs without even asking for it. And I
Same.
think that's going to be one of the main things. I know throwing a party is not easy.
No, it ain't.
Throwing an
That's what we
event
be
isn't
telling the
easy.
folks.
So I believe instead of somebody being the face of something, or being able to try to take over anything, if we all just support and help the best way we can, and because it is a unit thing. So huge shout out to Breeze, huge shout out,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Humongous.
huge shout out
Humongous
to
shout
Sir.
out to Breeze and the team and you and Jeremy. And I mean,
Mhm.
that's my goat. Okay, you can have your
okay,
own goat.
okay,
That's my goat.
okay, okay,
Okay,
okay. That's your thing.
We
Breeze.
get we have a
That's
few,
your thing.
but
That's
Yeah,
your thing.
yeah. You guys got a few goats. Okay, but Breeze is my goat. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
so
right,
But
right,
why run down
right.
the hill and get one go when you can
and you
walk
can
down and get them all?
get all the goats.
There you go.
Yeah, to get all the goes. There you go.
So, but just I just know it just takes so much out of people to throw an event, and it just helps me show such a deeper appreciation for our DJs, our coordinators, even our rink managers. Not so much the rink owners, but our rink management,
Yep.
because they
Yes.
got to deal with people on a daily.
Whew. And,
So,
and people from different avenues and aspects. So
Hmm.
man,
and cultures and communities. Well, here I think it's okay to roll through gum.
right. No, why would you think that?
Who knows, man. But
Right.
and again, for you guys, man, just to have this platform and allowing a humble bat like me to speak, I am
No,
eternally grateful, and invite me back. Leonard,
absolutely. We're gonna have
No
panels.
question.
We don't I mean this is like you say, this is just a beginning platform that we wanted to create for skaters to be able to come on and share thoughts. Cause there's so many times we're at these parties or we come to these sessions and we don't really get to share our views and philosophy on skating for the people who want that. And it's so much information and it's another knock at the door to open up avenues for
Oh
skating
yeah,
in general.
absolutely.
So
So I graciously thank you for having me. And oh wait, huge shout out to our videographers, the guys who are capturing these moments.
Yes, sir.
Chad
Yes,
High,
sir.
Mr.
So
Chad
Skate Life.
Chad, yo Skate Life, yo Malik, yo Life of Malik, even the
Life,
guys that got
yeah,
the
Malik.
and this hold on, let me get close.
Hey, Life of Malik is dope.
And this is for all the people who be taking camera phone video and not posting it. Shout out to
Keeping it for
Jamal.
themselves. Keeping it in a vault.
Heck no.
Let that footage go.
Share that footage.
Because I'm
We
telling you,
saw the phones. We saw the phones with the
like,
lights on.
bro,
We
All
saw.
out.
I spent a lot of time getting creative. Do you understand this? I shot a fireball Sunday and nobody got it. Or people got it, but they haven't even shared it yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? I shot a fireball, a literal fireball. And it's not on social media yet. Okay, I'm
You
done.
breaking all types of fire codes and everything in the rings.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't sharing the video.
But that's
Shame
all
on
right.
you bastards.
That's
Shame
all
on
right.
all of you sick bastards.
That's all right. But what I'm saying is people are coming up with some dope content. So shout out to the
Yeah.
videographers.
Yeah.
Yo, Jamal's, yo, Chad's, yo, Uncle Doug's, everybody
Yeah.
up north, everybody that has a camera phone, and you put it out there, whatever. If you are a brand watermark it,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Watermark it, share it, tag it.
Mhm.
You know, I don't care what move you do. I don't care if it's 1,000,001 people sitting on their skate or sending it around. I don't care. I don't care. Put it out. Put it out. Put it out. Because here's one thing: if one person cracked that door open, we all crack that
We
door.
all can walk through it.
But
Yes, sir.
that is one thing. But I also want to be able to be like we need to do for everything else. Is man, we need to create our own. That's it. Let's not wait. Let us not wait for somebody else, a millionaire, to come out of nowhere and be like, "Hey, we want to donate 20." And no,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
not
Let's
wait.
do it. Yeah.
Let's do it ourselves. You doing it right now. We got
Thank
our
you.
own platform. You're doing it right now. So
Man.
if you guys are on here, next time they're on, jump on support. Even if I'm not on here, I'm gonna watch. So send me
Appreciate it,
out.
That's
brother.
what's up,
Subscribe
man.
to
That is
us, man.
what's
Get
up.
us out. Help us, man. Thank you, my
Yes,
brother.
sir.
Another ring. You are the master.
You are the master. Lantern done went to sleep. Look at him. I see that drool. Smile so I can see your teeth.
Damn, how does he know you so well?
Right.
That nigga went to sleep.
How?
Look at that. It's one eyeball. Look at that.
How?
Coming in like Jaws.
So I got one more thing to say. One more thing to say just for the audiences watching.
Go
Man.
for it.
Speak on
Um,
it. Talk your chips, white. Oh my bad. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Yeah, one more thing to say. One more thing to say.
Uh-oh.
Bat
That was
smoke.
his
There you
one
go.
thing to say.
Bat smoke.
That was his one thing to say. Best smoke.
Yep.
That was it. Bat smoke.
Bad smoke, and he's out. I hate it when he does that.
Oh man.
So let's have our Ciroc drink for our guests.
Yes, sir.
Ciroc drink for our guests. Mr. Josh Smith, Bat Smoke, my brother in the ring. The wing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I mean, hey, y'all heard it from Josh. I mean, let's go ahead and we gotta get those platforms and get them sponsorships. Let's put skating on the map, you know.
Man. Before somebody else puts it on the map, and then we won't be able to have all of it is that we got. You know what I'm saying?
But we won't have the full control to do
Exactly. That's
anything.
all facts. Because it'll be
Yeah.
like we're forever working for someone else when we should have had our own from the beginning.
Exactly. So whenever you got stuff that's going on, like the documentaries that he's in, the books that are constantly coming out now, which was going to be like another volume coming out, in movies such as The Rink and all the rest of that stuff. If you got stuff like this in our state community, man, support that. Especially if it's coming directly from the skaters themselves. You're not getting the stuff secondhand or whatever from somebody else. You're getting it directly from the skaters, man. So even if you don't like it, still support it, man, because this is part of the skate fraternity / sorority that we're all in, and we're supposed to love, and we're supposed to be really about this. show the support, man, before somebody else get it.
Yeah,
Right.
agree. Definitely agree. So iR10 was like you heard from Josh, was a big hit. A lot of supporters. The videographers were out there capturing the events. Skate Line Rick had some videos. Christy Collins posted some videos, and it was just everybody who posted something. It was just a event, like you said, where I think everybody just was happy to come out and fellowship in the midst of this pandemic. It was just good to see people healthy, smiling, having fun. It was one incident where it looked like some people was getting rowdy, but hey, you get too
Yeah.
many black folks together, something bound to happen. But
Yeah, no.
thanks to the team IR, they was able to kind of segregate that, get that out the way, and it went back to normal, and everybody was just happy, like I say, once again to be out and doing something. So I think a successful event nonetheless. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Facts. Factual.
hey, now, no, it was some things that maybe some Chicago people have to work on as far as skating with other people.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have chimed Josh in on that, but
Yeah.
hey,
And I mean, you know what? Josh said something that made a lot of sense. So with him saying how competitive he is, and I noticed that about a lot of Chicago skaters. So now it makes sense. Basically, what they do is they claim their territory. This
As
is our rink.
rightfully so.
I don't think they now listen to him talk. Now I don't think that they're doing it intentionally. It's just their natural habitat to say this my rink.
Rightfully so. I mean, because we do it here, and every other city, technically speaking, every other city does it. They just don't come out loud and say it. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of
Yeah,
sort of it's like in a sublime sense, as if it was when we went to Chicago. So I mean,
yeah.
everybody does it.
Because I understand that everybody wants to be seen from the people that's on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Speaking of being seen, turn your car light on. What is you in darkest
No,
night over there?
hey, I'm in space, bro.
Oh, you out in outer space? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in space.
Well, get your lantern and put it up.
I know it's charging right now, bro.
Hey,
So
man, listen, man. If you was
but
already ready, you
yeah,
didn't have to do it.
it makes sense now, but I just really feel, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I just really feel if you have that many people that's skating at your home rink and it's a large party, move to the center because as many people that was there, it was already too tight to skate. But what's crazy is when you're in a line of people and your routine ends, but y'all just sit there and y'all just roll slowly, blocking people from getting through.
Mm-hmm.
Like that like to me that it took me out. It's like I was knocked out of my 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 skate. Um, just because people just wanted to be seen. They just wanted to be on the outside of the rink so people could focus on them. But when their routine ended, they stayed on the outside. And it's like, dude, I already have to skate backwards and watch my back. But every time that you all stop, you all are stopping me from being able to enjoy my skate. But again, now that he says that, I understand it. And most of my family is in Chicago. So I understand, Chicago people have a pride about themselves and they demand their respect. So that's pretty much what it is. They claim in their rink.
Yeah, and it's a way you can still claim your rink too, but
Right.
still have courtesy for the other people who come to your rink to skate because they are showing support at your event, at your rink.
That's
So you
true.
want them to still have a good time, and it's always, you can skate a certain courteous kind of way. You don't have to skate recklessly, in order
Yeah.
to claim your rink or to claim or to be seen or get your territory, get a good skate in or whatever the case may be. It's a
Yeah,
certain
because
way you got to skate courteous for people because other people are there trying to enjoy it too and they don't skate like you. I mean, you at your home, so your regular session you can go back to skating wild child, wildish, or whatever, however you want to do it, because
Right.
it's there. You're there at your session. But when you got people coming in who trying to enjoy themselves too, and some people who ain't, phenomenal skaters and can't maneuver, out the way of somebody coming in hot, and wild,
I
you
mean,
don't
the
want
floor was
nobody to get
already
hurt at
tight
your
as it
expense.
was. They put that extra lacquer down.
And then plus with the wetness of
That
the
sweat.
floor,
That sweat.
Exactly.
It
So
may
it's
hurt.
like, man, you putting me in double jeopardy right now.
Right.
you
I
can
mean,
end
even look,
somebody's
bro,
career in
even the
skating quick.
contortionists, there were contortionist Chicagoans, and it was like they looked me in my eyes, saw that I was coming, knew I couldn't move out the way, but they
And did
still
not
did
move.
that contortionist dip, and I literally had to come to a complete stop to let them finish what they were doing.
Yeah.
Some people don't have people to teach them what is
Etiquette.
to be skate etiquette, right? And those are
That's
the
the next
people that
show.
we have. Those are the people that we end up running into. And just because we run into them, that shouldn't necessarily, how they say the one bad apple don't spoil the whole bunch. Well,
Yeah,
if you let that apple sit long enough, it's gonna rot out some of the other apples. So
yeah,
somewhere down the line, there's got to be something done to whereas if there is skate etiquette that is taught by home rinks before we even get to a point to whereas if it's just like it's a universal thing, like the skate fraternity and skate sororities that we claim to be, even if we have to like step down and go, hey, usually when stuff like that happens, you skate on the outside, or if not, you skate on the inside if you're doing too slow. You know what I'm saying? If you get
Right.
hmm
if you get some jackass feedback from that, then you just throw your hands up and go, hey, I'm gonna leave it alone. At this point, you do you. But at least you're trying to make some change and trying to help the situation, opposed to just letting it be what it is going to be.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just trying to enjoy your skate the best way you
Yeah.
can without, making it hard for nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just keep it simplistic. Just skate to the point where you can enjoy yourself and you don't have to worry about nobody else not enjoying themselves at your expense. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Especially when you're home. You know,
Yeah.
you can afford to be inconvenienced at home because
Yeah.
it's like Luther. It's only for one night.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it can go back to whatever you wanted it to be. But um, you know, that's just a thing. Like you said, we'll touch on it on another show and get
Yes.
maybe that we can do our panel on that skate etiquette. So
Yeah.
that'll
Yeah.
be it.
Definitely. That would be
That
smart.
that
Yeah.
would be great. That would be
Let's
great.
let's do a panel, get some different people from some different cities on here, and we can do a skate etiquette panel and get people to weigh in about it and how to do it. So definitely something we can look into. Okay. Um,
So,
with
any parties
with
we have
that
to?
being said, I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead and post a party. Sorry to cut you off, G. I want to go ahead and promote Naptown Real Rollers party. The
Naptown Real Rollers.
20
Okay.
Yeah, Naptown Real Rollers, their party is the end of July. So I want to say like the 29th and 30th. But looks like they going from Thursday to Friday. They having looks like a R&B party
Oh.
on Thursday.
And see how
Okay.
that sparks off
That
everything
Thursday
right
at the
there.
end of the week. So that's an R&B party Thursday. They doing skating Friday, and then they main event is Saturday. So I'm looking forward to going down there for that party because it's a lot of people we gotta get down there, and like James, we definitely gonna have some people to ballroom with down there. So
Oh, most
Yeah.
definitely.
definitely looking to go down.
Yeah.
But speak. But speaking of parties,
Mhm.
is it? It's not showing. Is it showing? No. There we
It
go.
is. There it
It's all wood in the hood. It's all wood in the hood.
That
August
is the
13th and
Texas.
14th.
Yep. Texas Wood Riders present. It's all wood in the hood, and that, like B said, August. What you say? 13th and the 14th.
Yes, sir. You put it up there.
Yeah, I know, but since I'm in space, the writing is small. So, But
You better fly near a star and get some
I
rain.
know, right? Look, so
You got a whole
yeah,
entrance
but
court. Where
just
the
so you
rest
know,
of your
that's an
lanterns
all
court at?
weekend. You say what?
Right, you got
Where
a
the rest
whole
of your
core.
lantern court at? You got a whole court full of green lanterns, man. Shine some light out there. Got a whole squad of green lanterns.
Yeah, so
Lantern.
it's gonna go from Thursday all the way through Sunday, actually. So the normal session is on on Thursday,
Okay.
which will be hosted by Dallas's own G Brown, and then you got Friday. Saturday will be the actual skate party. It's a host of DJs that they're bringing in from California and somewhere else. Was it New York?
You
I
tell
forget.
me.
Yeah, I forget. But and then on Sunday, DJ Slave will be closing it out.
There we go.
And I really want to
So that's a party that you can't miss, especially like I say, if you live in the state of Texas, you crazy to miss this party.
Crazy. Crazy and deranged. I'm crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, you can go ahead and close us out, B.
Okay, so we got Naptown Real Rollers, Day Party, end of July. That's the first one. We still got another couple of shows to promote Texas Wood Riders. So, you know what I'm saying? We still pumping them. We're gonna keep them pumped up every show. But y'all need to make y'all way to Naptown because they really know how to turn it out. A very humble group of individuals. They want to have a good time. They want you to come and support them. Come on to Indy. Come on to Indianapolis and support them Naptown Real Rollers. Okay.
Also, support us. Like us and subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, we all on the social platforms, man. Listen, like and subscribe. What it is that we do right here with Justice League Skate Talk, man. We doing it for y'all. This is for y'all. So
also we got the word that Soul Skate was gonna be back on
2022. Soul Skate is back in Detroit. We did get that word this past weekend. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if I was dreaming because it was
No,
hot in there or what, but all
You
I
was
know
not
is
by
too,
yourself.
y'all better let Raph know we ain't coming if it ain't no air. Okay. Still to this day, Soul Skate has been the hottest party I've ever been. I couldn't breathe in there.
Legitimately,
I could not breathe.
it has literally been the hottest party.
So
Literally.
please, we not coming unless it's some air. I want some industrial fans, Raph. Soul Skate crew, y'all better get something going on. It gotta be some circulation in there this time. We cannot come and not be able to breathe in y'all
We're
party.
gonna be straight slipping sliding.
Man,
That
if
too.
we have
It
to
was that
install
too.
air
It's that every Soul Skate is slip and slide. But
even in the meet and greet.
but I do. Yeah, the meet and greet be hot too. Cause the Friday night skate session be hot. The meet and greet be hotter. And the Saturday main event be hot as.
Be hell. That's just hell. That is just pure D hell.
So if we come, I need a guarantee that it's gonna be some industrial sized fans and air conditioning. You need to turn the air conditioner on the week before the skate party. I want to see
and some
icicles
cracked
up in there.
doors.
No more locked doors. We need to have our own whole month. A whole month.
Yep.
That's what it needs to be. So without further ado, we thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and end the show off. Whether you like us or you hate us, learn to love us. Because we're gonna be here for a very long time. We're not going nowhere. We're your Justice League. Signing off. Diamonds are forever.
And so
is the Justice League.
Take us out.
Man, this is for the bats, man. This is for the bats. This is for our bat, and this is for the Chi-Town bat. We got a different little theme going on for it, and it's kind of crunk, but we like it. That is it for Just Talk. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
God bless you. Good night.